Good afternoon, everybody. We are back Tuesday afternoon. Not looking too bad outside. 82 degrees right now. I know I got a hoodie on, but I am inside. The air conditioning's on. So it's a little cooler in here. We got Aquamarine PR. First in the chat, hello to you. Tobias, hello to you. PS5 and Outdoor Smile. How was that lunch? Lunch was okay, man. Lunch was okay. Got a little workout in, had some protein, all good to go. Hopefully you guys had a good lunch as well. Let's go see how the market's doing. We've got a couple stocks. Oh gosh, gotta sneeze. AMC holding up today. GameStop also in the green. So we get a couple stocks that are staying in the green today. AMC's up 2.79%, $11.80. Shiba Inu coin trying to stay afloat, sitting at 808 points per coin. GameStop 126.39 right now, up 6.90% on the day. Bitcoin coming back down a little bit. Bitcoin sitting at 22,000, basically 200 right here, down 1.12% on the day. The Nasdaq trying to stay afloat. It was down in negative territory, bouncing back up over, I don't know, I'd say the last half hour or so here, sitting at 10,850 points. We've got bouncing off the 10,733 low there. So Nasdaq is bouncing off, and it is up 0.34% on the day. Biora Therapeutics getting hit pretty hard, down 6.6%. AMC up 2.74. Ethereum down 0.20. Shiba up 0.40. Bitcoin down 1.20. Sundial down 2% to 29 cents per share. Mullen Auto $1.07. CEI 49 cents, basically flat. Spies down 0.32%. BBIG $1.96. Highcroft Mining sitting in $1.29 there, up 2.5 to about 3% of the day. Netflix $167 per share. Redbox losing 33% of the day, and this one is sitting at 82. What is this? Clovis sitting at 83 cents per share right now. Let's watch Bitcoin and see if it breaks down even further. Lucky's thoughts. Good afternoon to you. Yo, digging up the past, man. What is going on? Yeah, you got 8 minutes, got to bounce. Shredder, leaving in 8 minutes. Well, man, enjoy the next 8 minutes with us. Well, it's time to make some money, people. Digging up the past. Let's do it. It's always time to make some money. Good evening from Germany. Tobias, good evening. Good afternoon. Let's say afternoon. From Ohio. Germany. What time is it in Germany right now? I would imagine 5 hours, 9 p.m. Would it be 9 p.m. in Germany right now, or I'm off? Clever, what is your prediction for tomorrow, Fed release, the day of crypto? PS5. So tomorrow I am expecting a bearish Federal Reserve announcement. What we've got here, let me see if I can pull up not the one I wanted. I want this one. Here. We can pull up the economic calendar and see what we got going on for tomorrow. Tomorrow's interest rate decision comes out at 2 p.m. We are expecting a 1.5% interest rate. That is a 50 basis point increase. Now, some people are speculating you can get as high as 0.75 or 0.75% or 75 basis points, meaning the interest rate would come in, the Fed funds rate would come in at 1.75%. I believe that would be a bearish move if it does. I also don't think that the market is going to react too positively if it does come in at 1.5%. So I don't expect a big jump right at 2 p.m. I expect people to be waiting here on this Federal Reserve press conference. Jerome Powell is going to be talking. Now, why do I expect it to be negative? Simply because the last time he had his press conference, he was bullish. He said the economy doesn't look like it's going to headed for a recession, and he believes we're going to be able to avoid a recession. And he has since then stated that he does believe we are headed for a recession. So I think it's not going to be a positive press conference tomorrow. I would expect, therefore, I highly doubt that the market's already priced it in enough that even if he is bearish, we bounce tomorrow. So I'm expecting, or my prediction is that, Jerome Powell comes out pessimistic and we see the stock market and crypto market move to the downside even further. What's up from Dothan, Alabama? Dothan, Alabama? Cody, what's going on, man? I don't know what that's at. Kuno, oh, what a day. Clay, hello. Spaniard, I'm telling you, man, what a day it is. 10 p.m. greets from Holland, bro. Tim Van Weenen, what's going on, man? Glad to have you in here. Holland. Interesting. We got a lot of European viewers. I love it. I think it is fantastic. The Shiba in Terra Classic holding great. Is this because the marketing possibilities and big massive community? Yeah, digging up the past. So I do believe it is because of the communities that are behind those projects, right? You know, you've got Bitcoin, and what you have with Bitcoin is potentially a larger community because you've got a lot of people holding, but it may not be as like solid as a community. In Terra Luna Classic, you got a lot of basically gamblers, right, coming in and trying to hit a lottery ticket play and watch Terra Luna Classic recover. They're willing to hold, man. They were pretty risky investors. If you're looking at Shiba Inu coin, you've got the Shib army, and the Shib army has already been through so much and very, very dedicated to Shiba Inu coin. So a lot of the price is holding up right now when these altcoins could have essentially been devastated. I do believe it has to do with the willingness of the community to hold those. Bye, brother. I did not, Wayne Grow, I did not buy CEI. I did not buy it, man. Dindy James, you're number one. You're number one. You're number one. Thank you very much, Dindy James, for the sticker. You're number one, man. Dindy James is number one. I need to know the exact time of the Fed release. Yeah, digging up the best. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time is the interest rate decision, and they're going to be releasing also at 2 p.m. what do they call it? The monetary policy statement. So interest rates along with their statement on it and some economic projections. And then 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to have Jerome Powell doing his little press conference. So we're going to have those releases at 2 p.m. tomorrow, and then 2:30 is when he steps up and does his press conference. I'm expecting more, I guess, excitement and more movement during the press conference, but we'll have to wait and see. Welcome back. Just got home from work. Boss is sending us home early this week from the heat. Been baking in the sun all day, about to shower and get baked. You're going to go back outside and bake some more, I see. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're going to go outside and get a tan, dude. Hope everyone's good. Chris, I'm doing good, man. I hope you're doing good as well. Doing good, bro. You had it right the first time. Dothan. Gotcha, Cody. Very difficult, man, when you don't know how to say it. Dothan would be the name of the city. Dothan. Did Farmyard survive? Farmy, I think is what you're talking about. Look, dude, Farmy is at like $1.04 right now. Farmy's at like $1.04. Where are we at? $1.03, $1.04. Yeah, Farmy's at like $1.03, $1.04 right now. This is a daily chart here. I don't know. They have not announced that they have regained compliance, and it is up to the Nasdaq to keep them listed, right? They gotta maintain the price above $1 for 10 days. Technically, they would have done that, but this would be like their second or third extension, so I don't know if they're going to get approval or not. The reverse split got them up. They maintained that dollar for 10 days. If they continue to be listed, I can guarantee if they regain compliance, boom, they're right back down. If they get delisted, boom, they're right back down. I think it's a very, very, lose-lose situation for Farmy. I'm glad that I cut my losses there, but it's not looking good. They haven't made an announcement yet as to whether or not they have regained compliance or not. Let's see here. AMC acting a little wild after hours, guys. AMC closed at $11.88, sitting at $11.84. Got a nice big candle there. Shiba Inu coin sitting at $8.07 right now. GameStop closing the day at $125.95, sitting at $126.50 after hours, up 0.5% after hours. Bitcoin sitting at $22,150 right now. The Nasdaq ended up closing in positive territory, 0.18% higher. Bureau Therapeutics getting a nice little tick up after hours, lost 6% on the day, sitting 2.43% higher after hours at the moment. Ethereum down, Shiba slightly up, Bitcoin down, Sundial down, but up slightly after hours. Down slightly after hours. Sorry about that tick there. Mullen Auto closing the day at $1.07, currently sitting at $1.07 after hours. CEI 49 cents, jumping up to $49.60 after hours. Jumping up even further to $49.90 after hours. Wayne Grove's got to be doing pretty good on that one. SPY sitting at $3.73 right now. What does this look like on the daily, man? Still not positive, right? Not a positive chart pattern over here on the SPY, if you guys are looking for at a longer term graph there. BBIG closing at $1.98, sitting up 0.5% after hours. Hycroft Mining losing 2% after hours, sitting at $1.27. Netflix break even, but closed at $167 today. Redbox, wow. Redbox got wiped, sitting down 34% on the day, 0.79% higher after hours at the moment. And then we get this bad boy closing at 81, sitting at 80 after hours, and giving back all of the gains that it had today. Where's Bitcoin? There we go. Brent, thank you very much for the super chat, or the super sticker. Brent, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. I can do everything except the drool. I can't make the drool come out of my mouth for some reason. Brent, dude, thank you for the super sticker. Really appreciate all you guys' support, man. Farm looking heavy. Wingro. Farming's looking terrible. Farming's going to die, dude. 75 basis points. Get the ball rolling. Feel like the next three should be 75, 75, 50. I don't know if 50s would get us a soft landing. Rip off the Band-Aid. Let's expedite this thing. Kalani, I'm telling you, man, I don't even know why they would mess around. They should just, listen, if they're going to fight inflation at 8%, why don't they just raise interest rates to 5, 6%? You know what I mean? Like, why 75 basis points? Inflation is out of control. 75 basis points is what you do when, and 50 basis points is what you do if inflation is 2, 3%, man. I mean, to get your target rate back down to 2%, if it's sitting at 3%, well, okay, let's raise it half a percent there. And we're sitting at 8.5% interest, dude. So, yeah, I agree with you in the sense that I think these guys are kind of just wasting time. Thank you, brother. Wayne Grow, absolutely. So much opportunity. Brent, there's always opportunity in the market, especially when things are getting destroyed day after day after day. Exactly. Did you see his name? We already have a Long Johnson. Oh, my gosh, people. I know I missed something. Sorry about that. Oh, with tomorrow meeting looming, I'm taking a market break the rest of the week. Nufo, not a bad idea, man. I would love to take a break the rest of the year, man. I believe we've all taken a big enough beating that it's time to like go sit in the corner and allow that bell to ring a couple times before we get back in the ring and you know, go for the next round. It is definitely brutal. You guys are fantastic for somehow, I guess, being able to handle the day-to-day activity of the market. AMC and GME will squeeze before the end of 2022. Source, random Midgie, Johnstown. That's the best kind of sources there are. Quick recap of AMC, please. Reached the goal. Now I'm trying to get 200 shares. My average is 39. If I get under 30, I'm going to cry a bit. Been missing a lot of videos, not missing much. Chris, you're not missing much in terms of AMC, man. Maybe in terms of the overall market. But there's not a lot of change going on. So what we're still doing, everything is kind of pointing to inflation and interest rates. Now, AMC has had some great news in terms of fantastic blockbuster weekends at the box office. You know, you've got, and I'm sure you stay up on the movies, man, but you know that Maverick did phenomenal. Jurassic Park is doing phenomenal. I think it was this last weekend was a 15% increase over 2019. Remember when things were normal, man, and people went on dates to movie theaters and you went out and enjoyed your Friday night when you wanted to do something. You just went out and saw a movie and went to a restaurant and had a good time. Yeah, we beat that. We beat that this last weekend by 15% pre-pandemic levels. We are rising above them. So that is excellent news. I don't know what movies were out back in 2019. All of the movies may have been terrible, but we still beat it by 15%. So revenue's looking good for AMC, but the market is looking trashed. We've got inflation that continues to spiral out of control. 8.6% inflation came in higher than expectations. You know, interest rates, we're going to get that announcement coming out tomorrow. Jerome Powell's going to be talking. He could absolutely tank the market. So we're just going to have to wait and see how the market handles Jerome Powell talking tomorrow as to whether or not we get too excited or see more bearish days ahead. Who's been on Tesla? I was thinking about grabbing some, but I'm thinking of doing that after this drop. Hey, Dindy, I like Tesla, okay? I like Tesla. And I like Elon Musk. Elon Musk may get the stock price of Tesla in a little bit of trouble if he, says something on Twitter. Elon doesn't really care what he says on Twitter in terms of whether or not the SEC is going to fine him and so on. So he may make the stock price a little bit more volatile than necessary. But, yeah, dude, what we're looking at right now, after the dip, definitely. I don't know how much I would be adding. I don't know how much I'm going to be adding at these prices right now. It is just, dude, in all honesty, and not to be a doomsdayer or a doom and gloom kind of guy, I would not be surprised if the people that are making decisions out there literally destroy the market. I would not be surprised if they did that. We have seen nothing but declines for the last 7 months, so it is getting a little tiresome. You get a good point. To get Volckered, I feel like we will need it to see 9% inflation, but wouldn't cause more issues than trying to get there quicker with higher basis point hikes. Oh, but wouldn't that cause more issues than trying to get there quicker with more... Yeah, Kalani. Possibly. So, like you're saying, if we're going to start a recession in order to wrangle in inflation, if it could cause more issues, maybe. Here's the issue. They're different issues, in my opinion. They're different issues. And I guess it depends. And I'm going to go into that a little bit. But first, let me say... Mr. Captain, thank you very much for the super chat. Man, when Lunk Burns will be implemented. Mr. Captain, I actually do not know when Lunk Burns are going to be implemented. I don't know if these Luna developers are still in charge of Terra Luna Classic. I don't know if they can implement a transactional tax burn. If they can, it's a little strange to me that people who abandon the project still have control of the project. So I don't know when or if they're going to be implemented. See, I bottomed out Spaniard. You can easily average down to ride the wave up, brother. Nice, man. I hope you can. Finally, I got my dollar cost average of your position on Shib, 1,500. Very nice. Lucky thoughts. Down to 1,500 on his average price for Shiba. Very good. Also, remember, folks, Tesla has earnings coming up. The Bitcoin investment they did is currently down $550 million. Mike Bell, following Tesla. I like it. Mike, thank you for the update on that. They need to rip the Band-Aid off. Yeah, okay, so let's talk about that for a couple seconds. It's interesting because the idea of shooting up interest rates at a drastic pace to fight this inflation, it's got its pros and cons, right? The con being, if we go too hard, we could trigger a recession, which we're already in. I mean, let's be honest with each other. We know the GDP is going to come down. Absolutely nothing has changed, and inflation has gotten worse since the last time that we've seen the reports. So let's say they do, and I don't know let's say it's just a 5% because that's the number I used before, but let's say they drastically increase interest rates, and we're sitting on a 10%, 15% mortgage rates, equity lines are at 12%. You can't borrow any money at a reasonable rate. Does that trigger a recession? Well, it's certainly going to cause house prices to come down. It's certainly going to cause businesses to probably spend less money that's out there. But does it cause a recession in the sense that less companies are hiring? Less companies are, seeking to spend. Less companies or companies are firing people. There's a difference there because I believe right now that the pandemic pretty much ruined the labor market. You can hear people speak highly of the labor market all day. We've added millions of jobs. There's openings all over the place. If you want a job, you can get one. Here's the deal, though. Nobody wants a job. Nobody wants to go out and work anymore. Yeah, they would rather, just receive instead of go out and achieve. So what we have is a completely different, mentality or mindset than we did in previous recessions, where people were wanting to work, but businesses were not allowing them. I find it very difficult to believe we would see understaffed businesses that have, help wanted signs up in every window. I find it very difficult to believe that they would be laying people off to the extent that they would have to go out of business simply because borrow rates were up. So I believe the main things that we would be seeing slow down are spending in the house market. I do believe the housing market absolutely needs to slow down. Bigger purchases, cars, things like that people typically borrow in order to buy. Now, if we have to put off our home purchase because interest rates are 15%, if we have to put off buying a new car because nobody wants to pay $1,000 a month interest on buying a new car, we're going to see those bigger purchases drop. But if we see those bigger purchases drop, and the reward is we see, oh my goodness, well, you know what? Gasoline is all of a sudden back down to $1.89. Dude, you know what? I can go to the grocery store and I can get 75-cent a dozen eggs. I can go out there and I can buy a gallon of milk for $3. I can go to the grocery store and I can get steak for $5.99 a pound. If we see the prices of everyday goods and services begin to drop, in my opinion, it's worth a slowdown in big ticket items like cars and houses and so on. I believe a triggered recession in this day and age with a already lean labor market filled with the only people who want to work and everybody else just receiving, I believe it could actually do more good than harm. How much is Shib at these price points? Do I have to invest now to become a millionaire at all-time highs or later? Your technical analysis respect. PS5, all-time highs from this level, you're going to 10x. So you would, like, if you just hit all-time highs, you would need $100,000 invested. Now, dude, that's saying that what we've seen in the last 6 months, that's the best that the crypto market's ever going to get. That's what you're saying in that statement. That's roughly what, like a $6 trillion over like total valuation in the cryptocurrency market. I think we can do a lot better than that. I think over time we're going to do a lot better than that. So if we get to a $60 trillion valuation and everything holds steady, when all you would do in that situation, my gosh, there's your candle on AMC. All you do in that situation is take your $6 trillion valuation and multiply everything by 10 to get to 60. If everything held steady, you would need to have 10,000 currently invested in Shiba Inu coin, and you would be able to 100x over time to get to the $1 million portfolio. Now, if we can continue to come down in price, dude, if we drop another 90%, which is not impossible if Bitcoin drops back down to $5,000, $10,000, I absolutely see it possible that Shiba Inu coin could drop another 90%. You would only need 10,000 invested, and you'd have $1 million simply when it returns to all-time highs. So it is interesting to play those games out and see where you could go, but I think we do have further downside, man. They don't want to pay employees fairly. People are tired of being exploited. Yeah, Mellow Mamas, listen, I get the argument there, but, paying somebody fairly is different than just paying them more. And that kind of goes into the same argument that, well, man, people were talking about, and I know there's a drastic weighting on pandemic relief as opposed to so many cities across the country raising minimum wage to $15 an hour. But you have to expect if people are being paid more, they are going to spend more. And if people are spending more, prices are going to go up. It has to be that way. They're not going to continue creating more and more. All of a sudden, there becomes a competition for the supply that you have. And the only way to compete is to pay more for it. Unfortunately, some will still get priced out. And that's what we're seeing. That's what we're seeing, man. There's a difference in being treated fairly and being paid fairly and just having an increased wage and then increased expenses as well. Dude, I'd rather make $1 an hour and sit there and have gas cost 3 cents a gallon than make $10 an hour and have gas cost $5 a gallon. I think we all would agree that that's the case. Stall incoming. Stray says TVs. Tech BS should be cheaper. People get clapped in IMPP today, I see. Yeah, people, I believe IMPP was down 20% today. Is that right? 100,000, brother. Let's get it. Internet should dude, I wish the internet was free. I think when you buy a metaverse property, it will Shib. It'll cost a lot, and that purchase will burn what you paid for it. It would be a massive for Shib. Yeah, Nick. I don't think, here's the thing with the metaverse, that I don't think they are going to be burning on metaverse purchases. Metaverse activity, once it starts up, yeah, I do believe there's going to be burns integrated into that. But if you're talking about just burning the amount that you pay for the land, they're burning the land name change and things like that, and posting pictures on your land and things. But if you're talking simply about the purchase, they want to use that money to build the metaverse. They still haven't contracted a AAA graphics gaming studio to build out the metaverse yet, and they need to raise as much money as possible, especially since the price of Ethereum is tanking down, and they might only be sitting on what is it at? 1,200? Dude, they might only be sitting on like a $10 to $12 million portfolio right now in Ethereum, having expected to pay like $75 to $100 million to a AAA graphics gaming studio. So they're in a tough spot, and I highly doubt that we're going to see any burning because of it, unless they ditch the metaverse project and don't build it out and just burn the NFT sales. Shiba's dollar. I wish, Master. I wish inflation is high. Raising minimum wage is exactly not. Yeah, dude. Gorilla. It's tough, man. It's a very delicate system and a very tough battle to have one outweigh the other. And I'm not saying that I got the right answers. I'm not saying I would know how to be able to get more money in the hands of people and at the same time slow their spending down and encourage saving and things like that. It's very difficult, man. Hey, Clay, how are you? Ajma, I am great. How are you today, Ajma? My chopper has good gas miles. Wayne Grow, I bet it does, man. What are you getting, like 50, 60 miles per gallon? Look every night to see if you have videos about AMC. Ajma, it's tough. The last couple videos, I posted one not too long ago, and I'm going to be completely honest. Very few people want to see AMC videos. I know a couple people do, and I would love to, be able to make as many videos as possible for, even just one person watching it. But it's almost like people have spoken. If people want to watch guys like, I don't think Matt Kors is doing videos anymore, but Short the VIX and TMI, the Mass Investor, and things like that, but they don't watch the videos, it's very difficult. Los Angeles is $7 a gallon. Ivan, way too expensive for gas, man. Should I buy more Shib or wait to see if it goes even lower? YNB, completely up to you. I am waiting. I believe it's going to go lower. But if you believe that this is the bottom, then, dude, I'd be buying. I mean, if I did agree it was the bottom, or if I thought it was the bottom, I'd be loading up right now. But I don't think it's the bottom. I do believe we have more downside. Yes, I agree with you, Clay. The problem is cost of goods has been rising way faster over the years than the average way. Yeah, Frodo, it is. Listen, I know, man. I see the graphs, and it's difficult, dude. It is very difficult. And that's why I say I don't have the right answer. It's something that I wish I did know, and I could just tell people, well, here's the thing. You need to do this. But the thing that people often do forget, too, is that, that's by design, man. That's by design. We cannot expect, and I hope you guys don't take this the wrong way, but we cannot expect people that are in charge to want us to rise up and prosper so much that we no longer rely on those that are in charge. Otherwise, they're no longer in charge. So when you're talking corporations, I have no problem with corporations making profits. You need profit, right? You need to profit. Just the same way you need to go to work and make money and spend less money than you bring in, you have a profit there. Corporations need to do the same thing in order to stay in business. And they're not just going to give that up. And I understand that profits have been rising and people don't like that and so on, but I don't have the answer. I wish I did, man, but it is tough. And the sad thing is, as those profits rise, we can't expect them to drop. We want them to, but we can't expect them to drop their profit margins. It's almost like an equilibrium. If we get so detached, then all of a sudden if we have more money in, then we spend more money. And we spend more money, but they raise their profits by spending more money too. So it's almost like as bad as we get, we're never going to get any better. Unless, talking it out, unless we had a shift in consumer behavior. I do think that if people stopped living in such, over their means, if they stopped living outside their means, that's one of the worst things that people can do, is borrow and borrow and borrow and dig themselves into their own little hole and end up paying interest on so many different aspects of life. But if consumers changed their spending habits, I believe the power would go back to the consumer. Right now, people are in I need it now, I've got the money, I will spend it. I need it now, I don't have the money, but I will borrow it and spend it. So I do think we need a consumer mentality shift. Bitcoin on its way down, guys. We are sitting at a little level of support right in here. So we'll watch and see if it breaks down through this. This is exactly where we are. If we break down even further, we could be testing some new lows here pretty soon. So let's keep our eyes on Bitcoin right now, posting 5-6 nice purple candles right in a row. Celsius hit $1. Celsius. Is this a stock or is this a crypto? Are we talking about the Celsius crypto exchange? Celsius. Yeah, Celsius did hit $1 today, but it's back down 30% from where it was at. Celsius rolling up 110% today. Wild gains. I have no idea why. It's issued a statement indicating that it is not affiliated with the Biloxi Exchange, that it is not listed the CEO token with the team. Interesting. Okay. I don't know when that statement came up there. But, man, really, really, really trying to bounce back today. Hitting $1. Solid gains. Man, could you imagine if this bad boy starts rising back up to these 2021 highs, and you're sitting on $1 and you 7x back up to $8. Hey, now I don't know what this coin is. $167 million market cap, still very small. Fully diluted market cap about $500 million. But definitely rising today. If you guys are a little bit more into the risky investments, trying to chase them higher, that one's definitely running. Yes, I understand, but patience is key. I know a lot more today than a year ago, and what I know just makes me want to buy more, and I am, in my opinion, we are very close. Hold the strong, still 1,000 shares. Ajima, very nice. And you know, listen, I do agree that every single day that passes, we are getting closer, and some of the things that I really like about AMC right now is the cost to borrow continues to rise. Now, Ortex, I don't really trust Ortex's data, but Ortex said that 30 million shares were returned over the last 24 hours. So it is interesting to me to see them move around borrowed and returned shares as much as they do. It makes me wonder, where they're getting this information from or if it's even accurate. But cost to borrow, very high. These guys, they're getting ripped if they continue to short AMC, and they got to pay 18, 19, 20% annualized interest rates. And if it only goes higher, it's only going to get worse for them. So that's the part that I do like about AMC right now, is the cost to borrow is rising. Shiba Inu coin falling along with Bitcoin here. But look, we can see Bitcoin falling from 22.1 Shiba Inu coin sitting around the same support levels, but it does seem to be falling a little less than Bitcoin is right now. So that is a positive note for Shiba Inu coin, but falling nonetheless as Bitcoin here is posting these purple candles. If you look at Luna and Shiba in comparison, what are the downfall of Bitcoin and Ethereum? What do you think where the official interests will be pronounced? What do you think when the official interests will be... Digging up the past, you talking about interest rates tomorrow? When they announce the interest rate decision tomorrow? Is that what you're talking about, or are you talking about something else, man? I want to make sure I'm on the right page before I answer a question. I get it wrong. Did I miss the MOS? I missed it. You did, JB. We had another MOS right here, and unfortunately, you did miss it, man. You could have got in at 11.23 on 862 shares. You could have gone in 11.23, wrote it all the way back up to $12 in about 1 second time frame. So, dang, man, we're missing the MOS every single day after hours here. Hey, check out Lucky Block, L Block, up 10% today, and that's just because you analyze the chart. Thanks again. Keep up the good work. Tobias, very nice, man. L Block, let's see, it's actually right there. So, yeah, I did look at that. Must have been yesterday. L Block up 10% right now, 0.00097777. Not bad at all, man. I like these runs. Still low, very low, bouncing off these support levels that it's got here. I don't know, man. Hopefully you can go on a nice little run if you guys are in L Block. But like I say, you know, when I look at a lot of these smaller cryptos, I have no idea what their projects are, if they've got projects, if they're meme coins and so on. It is strictly just looking at the chart and you know, getting my opinion out there on the chart. So my point is, Dogecoin member, we've got just a bit of advice. I'd take it with a grain of salt. The media and all government will scare the crap out of you to fold your positions. Do you trust them? I don't. My point is, they may not be calling the bottom in order to get in your head. And Dogecoin. Exactly, dude. Exactly. They're going to tell you that it's over, that it's done, that crypto's over, that regulations are going to come in, that it's dead, but they'll be buying. They'll be buying. Dude, you know, I'm sure they probably don't even have to disclose their decentralized crypto wallets. Man, Nancy Pelosi's probably going to be sitting on like 500 Bitcoin, 10,000 Ethereum here in a little while. Yeah, dude, she's going to be loading up, and they won't have to disclose any of that to any of us. Stock market's the same thing, man. You know, and here's the thing. I do at times wonder, is there any hope? You know, we see the destruction day after day. We see the losses day after day. We see nothing changing with interest rates. We see nobody caring. And the thing that gets me the most, and in this, a lot of people probably don't care about it, right? A lot of the people that the press says, well, we don't base our economic projections and our economic performance on how well the stock market is doing or how well the crypto market is doing. We base our projections on how well the American people are doing, and that is determined by how many jobs are out there and working people we have and the unemployment rate. Well, dude, you know, if people didn't give up looking for a job, the unemployment rate would probably still be at 8%. People who actually could work but just didn't want to, were included in that number, it would probably be drastically higher. So it pains me to see such a disregard for financial markets when, if the financial markets collapse, man, if the financial markets collapse, do you think that these people that are working are going to have jobs? No. You got to put some sort of an importance on the financial markets. If the companies that employ these people are done, if they're over with, they're not going to have jobs to go to. So it just, dude, it bothers me so much to see people like Powell and, you know, guy in the White House and all of these mainstream media sources that are telling you that, well, we can't judge it based on financial markets. Dude, if the company you work for is no longer in existence, unfortunately, you don't have a job. Oh, gosh. They don't have products to sell in retail. I know this firsthand. Stray, I might have missed something, man. Call me out for not having a job. No, I'm not calling you out for not having a job, Stray. I'm calling you out for not having a job if you just don't want to not have a job. Listen, I don't care if you got a job, dude, where you draw a little stick figure and sell it as an NFT. That's a job, man. You're creating something. You're using your talents. You're doing something. If you're out there trying to make a go of it, marketing an online business or doing affiliate marketing or anything for that matter, yes. But, okay, come on, guys. If all of our taxes are just going so you can wake and bake or whatever the kids are calling it these days, different story now. Exactly. No jobs, no companies, bigger than the 1930s. Greg, man, I'm telling you, I feel that it is. I feel I was not here in the 1930s, clearly. You see your grandparents and some of them being extremely frugal because they lived through the Depression times. And they knew that they had nothing. So, dude, they're saving paper plates. They're washing paper plates. They're out there. If they've got a glass jar of honey, man, they're keeping that jar of honey. They're going to be canning something. They're going to make sure that they've got canned goods stacked up in case they can no longer go to the store and get food. So, it does create this mentality in a consumer if you live through a time like that. And there's a part of me that thinks we could get worse, dude. There's a part of me that thinks we could get worse, and then the other part of me has to say, you know what, Clay, kind of calm down a little bit. This isn't 1930. It's going to be okay. You got to have that hope, and you got to have that light at the end of the tunnel. If you've been driving for 7 months and you don't have a light at the end of the tunnel, I'm telling you right now, you're going to start to doubt yourself. And we've been doing nothing but going down for 7 months. So I'm sure people are doubting themselves. One day, I will be rich and will quit my job, maybe even do TikTok or Twitch for a living. Hey, Sam Demand, very good, dude, very good. I hope you get there. Clay, can you just tell me I can quit my job? Chris, yes, man, you can quit your job if you want to quit your job. But if you quit your job, you better be trying to make a go of it, man. You better be trying to make a go of it. Making fake NFTs to pollution in the art community with this BS. Stray, man. I wasn't saying make fake NFTs. I was saying make your art into NFTs. I was just saying you could do stick figures. Good info, man. Dogecoin, appreciate you, dude. All I'm saying is people are basically looking into this on a deeper level. I hope they do. Yes, Mike. Well, whatever. A lot of people that's what they would want to do. The only NFT I have are the actually holding value at this moment are the ones made by real artists, not a flash in the pan person that quit their job to make a scam. Straight, I believe you, man. I can't stand the job I have now. It's not that I don't want to work. It's just it's not I don't want to work. It's just don't want to work this job. Post Mo, I start my own business, dude. And that right there is what I want to see, man. And here's the thing too. I don't want to see anybody just pushing through and doing it because they think they have to. There are other jobs out there. I know it's a huge stretch to like take that leap of faith and say, I'm gonna do something else. I know, man. If you're miserable, like downright miserable, where you literally start hating people because you're doing it, it might be time to just like pull the plug on it and switch up. But if you can walk through, if you can do it, if you can outlast it, yes, dude. Never lose hope on that dream, though, of working your own business. Because I'm going to tell you right now, dude, if you're doing something for yourself and you're doing it on your own, you're going to work harder than you are at your current job. You might hate your current job and you might think you work hard. But, dude, if you start doing something for yourself and you're trying to build something up, you're going to work harder than you do. But it's going to be a different kind of work, man. You're going to see yourself building something. Work and bake. There you go. Price you gotta pay to have the cake and eat it too. Chris, I don't. Unless you're baking in the oven, right? You guys know I don't condone that sort of activity. But work and bake, yes, would be much better than wake and bake. Chris, I have never heard anybody say work and bake, but I would approve that before I would say wake and bake. Most people want to work, they just don't want to work the dead and hopeless jobs where they barely squeak by. Dude, exactly. And that's the thing that I'm trying to get across, and where I was trying to go with you're driving through a tunnel for 7 months and you still don't see the end of it. If you don't have the hope that you will get out of it, it breaks you down, man. It breaks you down so much that then you just give up. You just give up hope, dude. If you have no hope, if you don't keep your eye on the end, if you can't keep it, even if you can't see the end, if you know it's there, you're going to keep driving. If you're in some sort of a dead-end job where you hate everything about it and you honestly feel stuck, like you will never get out of it, dude, one day you're just going to quit driving. You're going to quit moving forward, and that's the worst thing that you can do. Maybe somebody drives by and picks you up and tells you it's only just ahead, and you start moving forward again. But, dude, you have to know that the end of that tunnel is there if you're going to keep driving. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to play ball, but this crash is all by design. WF have their own blockchain technology they want to implement. In the Great Reset. So listen, I'm not 100% convinced in the conspiracy theories, but at the same time, man, I do feel like this crash is by design. By who? I'm not sure, but I do think that the cycle continues on. I really do believe that the cycle continues on. They print trillions of dollars. They hand those trillions of dollars out. Well, they got to get them back, man. They're just, you expect them to just give you those trillions of dollars? Like, come on. They got to get them back. And they're going to get them back in several different ways, man. They're going to hit the working people through inflation. Everything you buy is more expensive. They're going to hit those who potentially only invest, man. The people that are retired, the millionaires, the billionaires. Well, shoot, if we just wipe out 90% of their portfolios, then they're going to be stuck. Shoot, man, we're going to get it back there too. They're going to get that money back. And that's what we're seeing. That's what we're seeing right now. I don't know where the bottom is. If I did, we would all be multi-millionaires with hundreds of millions of dollars if I knew where the bottom was. Unfortunately, I don't. I don't know anybody that does. There probably are people out there that do. The ones that are in control probably do know when the bottom is going to come. But that's what we got to do, man. We got to outlast it. If we don't outlast it, we'll never see the gains on the other side. Yeah, your mouth, tranquilo. Yes, Jameson. Everything's going pretty good today. I hope when we all millionaires, 2 to 5 years, maybe we can hang out in Brazil. Let's do it, Jameson. Where at? Where's the best place in Brazil to go to? I've never been to Brazil, so I don't know the best place to go to down there. But where would it be? I will work hard to quit my job. I need to move out and start a Twitch or make NFTs for millions. Sam Demand, let me tell you this. A lot of people do have that dream of working hard to get there. Here, dude, work hard by saving. Even if you're working right now and you're making $13 an hour doing something, I actually don't know how old you are. Same demand number 2, not number 4 today. Work hard by looking at your budget. Spend less than you make. If you can save up, you're already ahead of the game. You're not going to be dependent on the credit system. That right there is a task. If you can do that, you are already ahead of the curve and you're going to be better off. Now, when it comes to making a living, doing NFTs, you're either going to have to get lucky or you're going to have to be an artist or you're going to have to be very dedicated to marketing your product. So it's not easy, but I say go for it, dude. Government wants its money back. Yes, they do, Stray. What would happen if Bitcoin went to Ether prices? Would we see a new Bitcoin, possibly Shib? I doubt we see Shiba as the number one crypto. I don't think it's impossible, honestly, for Bitcoin to go back down to $1,500. I really don't think it's impossible. I think it's going to be hard to see 15. 5 to 10 range is more likely in my bearish sentiment right now. But if we do, I still, maybe Ethereum overtakes it, but I would highly doubt that we would see Shiba or, Dogealon or one of Doge, one of these small coins overtake Bitcoin if it comes down. I would say the rest of them come down as well. The objective by the NWO by 2030, and the World Health Organization already mentioned it. I feel the media and TikTokers will push the sheeps will fall. Dude, yeah, listen, a lot of people will, but there will be those that don't. There will always be those that don't. And in those that don't, you're going to be cast aside. You're going to be ridiculed. You're going to have to be a sigma. Okay? Not an alpha. Alphas are going to be leading the packs. Betas, they're going to be following. You've got to be a sigma. And that is really the only way that you're going to be able to go against the grain, because everybody else is going to tell you you're wrong. If you are investing in crypto right now, when Bitcoin comes back down to $6,000, and everybody is telling you, your mom's telling you, your dad's telling you, your friends are telling you, the news is telling you, everybody's telling you that you are dumb, you're going to have to go against it. And the only way you can do that, man, is if you're built for it. That's really the only way you're going to be able to do it. And you're going to even doubt yourself. You're going to even doubt yourself at times. You got to talk yourself out of it, man. Not a conspiracy. Owen, they only spoke about it. I love you, bro. Watch their Davos meeting. If I could post a link, I would, but you can search it. No, yeah, Greg, I've seen stuff. I've seen stuff on Twitter and things like that where people are already talking about it, and people are posting interviews and speeches like that, dude. And it really is weird to me that so many people overlook it. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I make $37 an hour salary. Nice. Hey, Swole Team 6, man. But I can still tell you right now, if you're making $37 an hour, somebody else in here making $13 an hour, you still probably feel the heat of inflation. I'm sure you feel that prices are rising. It's not hitting you really any differently. You probably have more expenses than a lot of these guys out there that are making 13, 14, 15, $20 an hour, and so on. It's still hitting you, man. I know it is. I've read articles where 36% of the people making over $250,000 a year are living paycheck to paycheck. Guys, don't put yourself in a situation where you're making $250,000 a year and you're living paycheck to paycheck. No, don't do that, man. Don't do that. You don't even have to live paycheck to paycheck if you're making $25,000 a year. Like, you can live within your means. Don't live paycheck to paycheck. Well, it used to be that a family with one parent working could support the family and have a comfortable middle-class life. Now, both parents work multiple jobs and struggle to get by. That's the problem. Yeah, I do agree, man. I do agree. The thing that I would say to people that are in that situation is, and this is not to say that they can't have nice things, but let's say that they do have one parent working, okay? And I don't know, Larry, I have no idea what my blood type is. Let's say they do have one parent working. Dude, one parent working might be better than two parents working. Daycare is ridiculously expensive, man. It really is. You can almost knock an entire salary out if you've got one or two kids in daycare. So at that point, it makes sense to have one parent working. But, dude, if both parents, if they've got brand new iPhone 13 Maxes, if both parents are driving brand new Audis, if both parents are, if they take the family to eat out every night, if their idea of the middle class is having to have some sort of a 3,000 square foot house that was just built and their mortgage payment is $8,000 a month, you gotta look at that and say, what can we cut? What can we, because it's nice to have a brand new iPhone. But I'm going to tell you right now, the stress of having that iPhone and making payments, or you lose your job, you're done for. Okay, if you've got that brand new Audi, that's nice. But if it comes with a $60,000, $70,000 payment, as opposed to having a used Kia Forte and literally no stress at all, you got to look at what you benefit from. You got to look at what is worth it to you. And things are expensive. I know they are, man. I really do. I know they are. And I'm not saying that people can't have nice things. I'm saying you have to make decisions on what you want. You either trade your time and money and have the material, or you keep your time and money and try to, have the stress, have less stress. Takes money to make money. Nick, it either takes time and effort or it does take money, man. You are right. Can afford to go to work because it costs me more than staying home. Diana, we were talking about that the other day, and I'm wondering when businesses are going to let people work from home again, because they literally can't afford it. It doesn't make sense to drive to work and spend $200 a week in gasoline if you're bringing in $400 a week. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. You got to live life with passion. Every morning you wake up and swing for the vents. You grind, get by, but never, ever let that define you. Tim, I agree with that, man. I've been paying over $500 a week in daycare starting 120. Swole Team 6, dude. Swole Team 6. I know. I know, man. And I don't know the answer to that either. Daycare is expensive, dude. I guess your wife's going to have to get a job at a daycare, man. That's the only way around that. She's going to have to get a job at a daycare, or she's going to have to be the daycare. Or you're going to have to get a job at a daycare. She's going to have to be the daycare, man. I think that's the only way around it. A lot of people live way outside their means, try to keep up with the Kardashians. Dude, it used to be keeping up with the Joneses, and now it really is keeping up with the Kardashians, man. My issues with people who live within their means, but still struggle due to inequality. Yeah, Frodo, I don't know if I see that as much as you probably do. Being in California, dude, I'm sure it is completely different over there, too. I'm sure there's a lot of... California, honestly, is a different land to me, than Ohio is. I look at the stuff that goes on in California, and it does seem drastic compared to here. So I think that we do have different perspectives on that, in the sense that I don't see it to the same, I guess, degree as you guys would see things. But yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I believe that everybody has a decision to make every day that they wake up, to either better themselves or, fall behind. And I truly do think that anybody can do anything that they want to. If somebody's not going to give you the chance, make your own chance. It is what it is. But I do think that every single one of you can make, like Frodo. If somebody was gonna tell you, well, no, man, I'm not gonna help you get no van and allow you to do some furniture restoration, dude, make it happen on your own. You know you can do it. I never want money to be rich and powerful. Just want money to not worry about money, Chris. And here's the thing too that I really start to wonder. When the market is tanking and you see the losses building in your stinking portfolios. I was wondering this today. If I didn't even care about money, would I even want the money that I'm trying to get? You know what I mean? Like, if it's almost this cycle that I create for myself, wanting to get more money because I want the money, but what is the money going to do for me? Because if I didn't want it in the first place, I wouldn't even be worried about money right now. Because I don't know, dude. It's like this endless cycle that I start to create for myself. I want more money, but the money that I want stresses me out trying to get the money when I see these declines. If I didn't have to worry about getting more money, then I wouldn't be worried about losing this money, because I wouldn't even be interested in money in the first place. So it's very strange to me to think about that, because I know there's some people out there, dude, they don't care about money at all. They don't care about it at all. Let's see. We all want to be millionaires one day. We'll make it happen for us with your uploads. You saved my life on Shib and holding somebody. Hey, PS5, good deal, man. Good deal. We all do want to be millionaires. And I know, like, if you guys want it bad enough, we can all be millionaires. Facts, dude. Working in Manhattan, a six-figure salary is nothing. I know that firsthand. Yeah, dude, Manhattan, LA, like, you guys got some wild prices, dude. Wild prices. Move to Ohio. It'd probably be like a huge mentality shift. Juana Silva. My goodness, Juana. I needed this. Juana. You have no idea how much I needed this ice cream right now. That hits the spot. Oh my gosh. Juana, thank you very much for the ice cream. Really appreciate all of the super stickers. I just really appreciate Juana. Like, can I say that? I just really appreciate Juana. Juana, thank you very much. Muchas gracias, Juana, for the ice cream. How do you say ice cream in Spanish? I don't know how to say ice cream in Spanish. Tim Demand will change my mind if I get a girlfriend. Nice. Sam Demand number 2. Bro, thank you for all you do. Question: what are your favorite small mid-cap stocks that in your opinion, may be good to buy now or in the near future for when the bear market ends? Nick B. I don't know when the end is going to be. So I don't know if it's going to be now or not. When the bear market ends, dude, small to mid-cap stocks, dude. You got to say that you like AMC and GameStop. I'm giving them both small to mid-cap market caps there. Why? Dude, simply because they are revolutionizing the investing industry. I know we spend a lot of time talking about them, but so does everybody else in the media. AMC, GameStop, definitely revolutionizing. Now, am I buying AMC for its value? Probably not. But Mullen could be a good one if Mullen gets their revenue up. Electric vehicle stock, very interesting activity there. But here's the thing that I would focus on. If you've got only retail hype that is going to fade, the stock price is going to fade as well. AMC and GameStop are almost a phenomenon at this point. So I wouldn't simply buy something because it's got a little bit of retail hype at the moment. It's going to turn out to be pretty stressful. I would start looking into some of the electric vehicle infrastructure stocks, some of the other clean energy stocks that are out there. They are getting brutalized during this bear market, but I do think that, we're going to see more electric vehicles. Whether or not gas stations ever go away, I don't know, but you're going to need to see a charging station at gas stations. You're going to need to see maybe solely charging stations where you can't get gasoline, but you can charge your electric vehicle. You're going to need to see more of those if they expect people to drive. Maybe you guys got a ton of them, out in different states. I think they're kind of hard to come by unless you know exactly where the location is here where I live. But it's something that I would look into for the end of the bear market and for the bull market rally. Chris, thank you very much for the super chat. Chris says, I get that, Clay. I'm the type. I don't care about money, and I wish I didn't play so much in life, but I want it because the world uses it, and that's the way it is. Dude, and I think a part of my thing is I'm almost fascinated. I've always loved investing in finance and watching money grow and being able to just receive a return on the money. There's a huge difference in going out and digging a ditch and investing $1,000. If I want to invest $1,000 and make 10%, if I can go out and dig a ditch and make $100, I'd rather make the 10%. And that's not to say anything. Digging a ditch is hard work, is what I'm trying to say. So you're either going to be working hard or investing. And I find it fascinating to see what investing can do. But at the same time, man, it becomes a cycle. At what point do you not really need more money? You know what I mean? Like, do you need $1 million? Do you need 10 million? Do you need 20 million? At what point do you say, dude, what is all of this stress for right now? It's money. That's all it is money. I don't have any desires, so what am I trying to get all this money for? I have a question. I was looking up TMI and STV, something, only have like 0.3 interaction rates, and they usually have thousands of views daily and likes and input. From creator perspective, I'm missing. Hey. Where did you see the 0.03 interaction rates? Listen, I like TMI and I like Short the VIX. Let me start by saying that because I really do like both those guys. Very nice. They've let me on their live stream several times. I do also believe that they're very smart. Short the VIX had to have I know he graduated. He had to have graduated with a degree in finance. TMI, maybe he didn't work in finance. Maybe he worked in some sort of a marketing or sales type of environment. I don't know what he worked with. Obviously, he made a video the other day saying that he worked in Toronto and recently had quit after he was streaming. Both are very smart guys. I do know that. Like, I can see that. But I see them with 2.3 to 2.5 thousand people in their lives, and their chat moves slower than mine. I don't know if that's because it's a less interactive environment where mine is more of a Q&A style, and I pay much more attention to the chat than I do the charts, and they pay much more attention to the charts than they do the chats, and theirs is kind of just like a people in the background listening or relaxing as they talk about it. But yeah, I don't know how to explain. It was slightly confusing to me too to look at that, but I don't know. Like I said, I like both those guys. I don't know how they pull it off though. But I don't know where you looked up those stats either. I mean, you could be getting some whack stats too. Good company. They have a big clients. Only downfall with 3CAI is if their big clients ever pull, yeah, they're jacked up if they take their money and run. I went for Red Bulls and beef jerky. Dogecoin. I know I missed something, man. Either you're working hard or you're hardly working. Yeah, exactly right, Nick. Somebody taught you that one. I've also been taught the market is rigged and Wall Street always wins, but ready to take them down. Chris, here's the thing with that. I don't necessarily believe the market is rigged, but I do believe these cycles that we see could be unavoidable, or it could be avoidable, but are made unavoidable. You know, I think that the guys up top, Wall Street, the government, and things like that, you know, they're in it together. They know they are. It's power and money, man. Money and power go hand in hand. And the guys with the money feed the guys that are in power. The guys that are in power make sure to take care of the guys with the money. So, in what happens is exactly exactly how Warren Buffett puts it. Stock market and now the crypto market is an excellent way of transferring money from the impatient to the patient. We get out there, we want to invest our money. We want to make 1,000% return overnight. And when we're down, we close out. When we're down, we close out. When we're down, we give up. And when we give up, all we did was transfer our wealth to those that are simply waiting. You know, if you're sitting there, and dude, these guys could be sitting on a $50 million loss, but they don't care because they're going to be sitting here 50 years from now, and it's the business that is going to be making the money, even if it takes 50 years. They are not transferring their wealth to you because they will not be closing out of those positions, and they will not be handing it over because they have patience. Their business, I mean, if ran properly and it doesn't collapse, their business should outlast any of their human emotions that are there. Oh, let's see. Quick thoughts on Review Dork. I have not seen Review Dork in a long time, Chris. I've not seen him in a long time. I haven't seen him active on Twitter. I haven't seen him active on YouTube. So I don't know what he's been doing lately. Nah, dude. Review Dork seems like a nice guy, too. He does seem like he likes to rile people up, though. He does seem like he likes to, push some buttons and get people talking with a lot of his weekend Twitter posts that I used to see out there. I know a couple guys like that, too, that just like to, for some reason, like to get people to talking and riled up like that. I don't know, not my style, but there's nothing wrong with that. The chat kind of interacts with each other. They aren't reading every message. Yeah, AMC Trapper. I definitely there's definitely a difference in the style of streams there. If Powell even mentions the word recession, people will go crazy. Greg, I think he's gonna mention it, man. I think he's gonna say it's coming. After a bad time within the movie, I won't buy AMC or go back to a theater. Can't kick me out when I don't go back. Sam the man, that is true. He can't kick you out if you never show back up. Thoughts on the next interest rate hike tomorrow? Drift King, we're gonna get an interest rate hike tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be good news, even if it comes in as expected or below expectations. I think Powell's going to take the stand afterwards during the FOMC press conference, and I think Powell is going to give us some bad news. That's my opinion. So on the phone, if you already responded to this, I just don't see the attraction to Bitcoin unless you have hundreds of thousands to throw in at it. The gains just aren't there for the $1,000 slice. Greg, short-term gains. Short-term gains might not be there for a $1,000 slice, right? And you can make the same argument for literally everything that $1,000, dude, you're going to have to 100x in something to make a large chunk of money. But you get a $1,000 slice and you put it in something that's a little more stable, like Bitcoin, right? We know it's not stable, but if you're in the crypto world, it's one of the more stable coins. And then you got $100 a month that you're able to throw in there. Yeah, dude. After your 40 years, you will have over $1 million. I know nobody's ever impressed with the $1,000 slice, but you got to have one of three things if you're investing: time, money, or return. If you're settling for a more stable return, hopefully you have more time or more money. If you need to make the money quick, you better up the return, which results in more risk, right? If you have a lot of money, dude, you know, it doesn't matter if you don't have much time or a very high interest rate. You're going to be solid. So those are the three things that you've got when you're investing. Guys, it is already past 5 o'clock. That went extremely fast. My goodness. We're going to get off here for now. We got videos coming out at 7 p.m., videos coming out at 8 p.m. Really appreciate the very interactive chat today. You guys killed it. I'll do some shout-outs, and then we'll come back with videos in 2 hours and videos in 3 hours. Appreciate you guys. If you watch them, like them, share them, all that good stuff. Take counsel, man. Shout out to you, Greg Gidney. Shout out Nick Copacabana. See you later, DD214. Don't just leave because it's 5 o'clock. I gotta get ready to do those videos, man. I gotta get these videos posted. Sal can see you later. AMC Trapper says, peace out to the diamond-handed apes and the Shiba army. Tim Hogan, shout out to you. Nick, Lunatics, and Shiba, rise up. Let's do it. Melamama, see you later. Doge Call, enjoy your evening. Amicle, que tengas una bona noche, una bonita tarde y noche. Gosh, my Spanish is horrible. I want to mix it with Portuguese. Juana Silva, muchas gracias, Juanas. Tú también. See? I don't know if I'm saying it right. Tú también, Juana Silva. And thank you. Muchas gracias. Bye, Juana. Sam the man. That's me saying bye, Juana. See you later, Nick. Diana. See you later. Greg. Frodo. Good night to you. Zico. See you later. Goodbye, Juana. Quentin. Enjoy your evening. Mike Bell. See you later, man. Good night all to you. Sam the man. Tim Mella Mamas. PS5. Sam the man. All of you guys that are out there, you know what time it is. So if you want to say it with me, say it with me. Till the next time. Hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.